Welcome on in to another edition of Bengals Breakdown. I am your host, Stone Shields. Thank you so much for joining us. The Bengals made another pick, so we are back with yet another video, and this is my favorite pick of the draft so far for the Cincinnati Bengals. Round 3, pick number 80 overall. The Cincinnati Bengals are going with Jermaine Burton, wide receiver out of the University of Alabama. I love this for many reasons. Wide receiver was certainly one of the needs for the Bengals. It wasn't something pressing that they needed to take care of at the very beginning of the draft, say in the first or second round, but it's certainly an area of their team they needed to add some depth, and they do this here in the third round with Jermaine Burton. He's a really physical freak, all right? He's going to talk a lot of noise to the opposition as well, similar to what Jamar Chase does in that regard. And I think the two of them will get along brilliantly. And you kind of need that energy when you're playing in the AFC North, when you're playing against teams like the Steelers and the Browns and the Ravens. You need to have that edge, and Jermaine Burton certainly brings that to Cincinnati. We have the best NFL draft coverage here at Chat Sports and here at Bengals Breakdown specifically. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. We will have coverage the entire weekend for the Bengals as they make picks or if they make any trades or any rumors that are to come up. We've got you covered, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And I will be actually taking over this channel as a full-time host here in the coming weeks. So super excited to get to know all of you and certainly looking forward to the future as the host of Bengals Breakdown. Back to Jermaine Burton. He's from California, 23 years of age. Played a lot of college ball. People remember he was a Georgia Bulldog before transferring to the University of Alabama. Has a lot of college experience. Taking a look at Tom Downey's ranking, the number 15 wide receiver in this class and number 71 overall. His favorite route is the vertical. That's where he really shines. He can really find that second gear as he's flying down the sideline and has a unique ability to get under the ball when the quarterback tosses it up to him. And he certainly showed that at Alabama. I also love how he's a big game player. When the lights are shining, that's when he comes out and delivers. He really did a nice job of this in the SEC Championship against his former team, Georgia, this last year, which helped Alabama punch their ticket to the college football playoff last season. Plenty of things to like about Jermaine Burton. Like I said, his physicality, his toughness. He will not back down from any challenge when he's out there on the football field. And his hands, he's got unbelievable hands. Don't believe he had a single drop last year. If it's coming his way, he's going to come down with it, and he's going to fight for that football. That's exactly what Zac Taylor loves. He loves guys that are physical at the point, at the catch point, and that's what you're going to get with Jermaine Burton. Taking a look at some of his stats here, he can also find his way into the end zone, which obviously Joe Burrow is going to have a field day with that, right? He loves guys that can get into the end zone. And, if the Bengals have Jamar Chase out there and T. Higgins as well. So let's, take a second to talk about that. The first kind of thing that popped into my mind when the Bengals made this selection was, okay, this is probably the long-term, fill-in for T. Higgins, right? I'm still optimistic that T. Higgins will be a Cincinnati Bengal next year. He'll come back and play under the tag, I would think, for a single season, and then eventually part ways and go somewhere else. But I do believe that T will be back. But eventually after that, I think Burton's going to have to take another next step after his rookie season and, really be that wide receiver too in Cincinnati. Kind of taking a look at what the Bengals have at wide receiver right now. We just talked about T. Higgins. Charlie Jones, who they drafted last year, slot receiver, really nice on special teams, but I feel like the Bengals were slightly disappointed with what they got out of Charlie last year. Obviously had some injury issues as well, but certainly feel like Jermaine Burton is going to be able to step up. They have a lot of faith in Trenton Irwin as a wide receiver 3. Joe Burrow really trusts him implicitly, even in big-time situations. Third down, he'll go to him as well. But this just adds another piece and another toy to Joe Burrow's offense. And the more weaponry that Joe Burrow has around him, the scarier he becomes because we know just how good that guy is at playing quarterback. Now it's your turn to get interactive in the comments. We want to know what you think. Grade this pick, A, B, C, D, or F in the comments. Let us know what you think. And I'll be honest, I'm giving this one an A. I've given the Bengals 2 previous picks a B. But I really like this one a lot. Getting a guy like Burton in the third round, late in the third round as well. And yeah, I'm giving this one an A. But let us know what you think. Let's take a moment and thank our friends at Game Time, because without them, this show would not be possible. So certainly have to shout our guys at Game Time out. You shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It's the place to find last-minute seats. I've utilized Game Time so many times in Cincinnati, whether it be going to a Reds game, a Bengals game, Xavier basketball, UC basketball, whatever the case may be, I go to Game Time because I know I can trust them. And like I said, after the event starts, you can still get tickets. I've utilized that as well. You don't want to spend a ton of money going into a Bengals game before the game starts? That's fine. Sit out the first quarter and then check on the prices in the Game Time app and get yourself into the stadium for a much cheaper rate. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Talking about Jermaine Burton a little bit more, I've really emphasized my excitement with this pick. Plenty of things to like about it. Like we said, no drops. Just the vertical success that he has, getting past defenders. I believe, his speed really kind of surprised me at the combine, right? He tested really, really well. And, I think he'll be able to get past, secondaries in the NFL and really create some separation with his speed. And, we talked about him being that elite trash talker, right? The idea of him pairing up with Jamar, I mean, that just really gets me fired up, because when you play against those teams in the AFC North, you better be ready. And you better let them know you're ready. And we know Jamar does a great job of that. And trust me, if you watch Jermaine Burton, you know he does a great job of that as well. On the flip side, sometimes he might get a little bit too excited from time to time, and he might have to cool down a little bit. But, that's something that Zac Taylor will certainly be able to work out for him. Taking a look at what the Athletics' Dane Brugler said, he said, Burton underperformed in college and still has maturing to do, but he has NFL-level athleticism and ball skills, which make him worth the gamble on draft weekend. He will be a better pro than college player if he stays football-focused. He gave him a third, fourth-round grade, which obviously is where the Bengals took him. And, like you said, that's what a lot of people, the knock on Burton is. Maybe he's a little too fiery. Maybe he's a little too immature. But if you look at the track record of a team like the Cincinnati Bengals, they haven't shied away from taking a guy like this, right? They'll go out on a limb and, take someone with a big personality that might, like to get in a little bit of trouble. And, they'll try to reel him in. And I think if anybody can do it, it's certainly Joe Burrow and Zac Taylor, because those guys are so level-headed and they're all about winning. And if you're all about winning, you get along with everybody in that Cincinnati Bengals coaching staff and their quarterback, Joe Burrow. So the Bengals have made 3 picks, but they are by no means done yet. They actually have another third-round pick coming up shortly here. But let us know who you think the Bengals should draft next. Draft a prospect's name in the chat and let us know what you think. And once again, make sure to smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our coverage through the rest of the weekend and the weeks to come. As I said, I will be taking over the Bengals Breakdown channel, and I am extremely excited about it. And we will be back shortly to talk about the rest of Day 2.